Good morning, children. Today we are going to see Chemistry, Chapter 15, Air. Moving air is called wind. Air is present everywhere around us. So, the atmosphere, the surrounding around us is filled with air. We use winnowing method to separate the impurities. This you have already learned in the previous chapters. So, what is winnowing? Winnowing will remove the impurities with the help of the wind. When the air blows, the impurities will fly away, like the husks are removed from the rice grains. Yes, then we fly kites in the sky. How do the kites fly? If there is no air, the kites cannot fly. So, the air is present everywhere around us. We need air for survival. So, how to know that air is present everywhere? Here, an activity is given, okay? So, you have two beakers filled with water. In the first beaker, you will insert a empty bottle inverted. You will directly invert the bottle and press it inside the water beaker. What will happen is, does any amount of water enter the empty bottle? No. Whereas, if you just tilt the water bottle slightly, the water enters the bottle as well as some bubbles are seen. You would have experienced this. If not, try it in your house today. Take two beakers filled with water and you're going to dip an empty bottle inverted just like that without any tilting. You would see that none of the water, not even a single drop, enters the water bottle. It is because there is no air inside the bottle. Whereas if you slightly tilt it, the bubbles are seen. The bubbles seen inside the water beaker indicates the presence of air. Only then the water enters the bottle. Okay, so air occupies space. It has space. Properties of air. The air has no color. Can you see the color of the air? No, right? And is it transparent or translucent or opaque? Air is transparent. If it is an opaque, we cannot see the objects around us itself. Yes or no? So air is a transparent one. This air is seen in the atmosphere. So the earth's surface is covered by an envelope of air. Envelope of air means a coverage is given by the air. The layers of air is seen around the earth's surface. That is what we call as atmosphere. So this you would have definitely experienced. You would have come across many mountaineers are carrying oxygen cylinders with them when they climb the mountains. Why do they carry the oxygen cylinders with them? This is because, as you see here, the Earth's surface is covered by layers of air in the sky. That is what we give the name as atmosphere. So, the atmosphere or the sky is filled completely with the air. So, once we get high, far away from the land Earth surface, the amount of air becomes less. So, when we climb very high mountains, we suffer for breathing due to the less amount of air in it. So, as we go higher and higher above the surface of the earth, the thickness of air becomes less. We get insufficient amount of air. That is the reason why the mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders with them. Understood? Now, so what is this air? Is it a single particle? Is it composed of one material or it is a mixture? Air is a mixture of gas. This is not a single part. It has gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust and smoke. Apart from these, you have other gases like argon, helium and all. So these gases occupy the different layers of the atmosphere as air. Okay, I hope you would have learnt about the different layers of atmosphere in your geography. So each layer will have different components of air in abundance. So on the whole, air is a mixture of gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust and smoke. So if you see here, this is a pie chart telling us about the composition of airs. What is present inside air? The blue color is the major part. So the major part is nothing but your nitrogen. So nitrogen accounts for about 78% in the air. So the major gas of air is nitrogen. 78%. Okay? This is a gas. Next is oxygen. The second place is occupied by your oxygen, the green color shaded portion in the chart. Oxygen accounts for 21%. So we human beings respire using oxygen. We breathe in oxygen. Oxygen is necessary for the growth of the plants as well as the living organisms. So oxygen is present in 21% in the atmospheric sky. Next, carbon dioxide for only 0.04%. Water vapor, dust, smoke. So I can on whole I can together tell carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust and smoke all together will compensate for 1% in the composition of air. So in this pie chart, if you see here, there is a pink color shaded portion under the name others. So it means other gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust, smoke, argon, helium, everything is of very minute proportion only. They all together will compensate for 1% of air composition. Nitrogen is 78, oxygen is 21. The remaining everything will be together for 1. So if you add up everything, you will get it as 100%. Okay? So this gas is present in the air is helpful for various uses. Nitrogen is an essential nutrient for the growth of the plant. So the plants will have the rhizobium bacterium in their roots, which converts the atmospheric nitrogen. The 78% nitrogen is present, no children, in the air as a mixture. This nitrogen will be converted into a usable form of nutrient by the plants for them. Oxygen we respire. For respiration, oxygen is involved. We take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Whereas the plants also take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So this is all are interlinked. This acts as a cycle to keep the balance in the earth. Okay? So the composition of air includes nitrogen, oxygen, and the remaining gases like carbon dioxide, water vapor, dust, smoke, argon, and helium. Now you may wonder, ma'am, how come water vapor and dust and smoke is also a part of our air, composition of air? So you just relate your water cycle. In the water cycle, we have seen by the process of evaporation and transpiration, the water enters into the atmosphere as vapors. So that is also again a composition of air. Dust and smoke. The dust particles and the smoke released by the vehicles will also go higher and higher in and reach the atmosphere. So they get mingled with the atmospheric air. That is the reason they are also considered as components of air. Okay, children, but they are of very minute quantity, so that is why they all together will be of for 1% in the air. So with this, I would like to stop. Read these pages in your textbook, and if you have any doubt, kindly contact me, children. Thank you.